court. And during the hearing, we found out that the person who was at the center of all this claims to have used that money to influence people in Ghana. So we now have to find out whether that money was actually used to influence people in Ghana and who actually got the money, how much did they get. And there are many things to establish at this time. So we'll stay abroad for a while and do with Ghanaians living abroad. Fifi Asante Mparey, someone who is not new to this show. He's been on the show a couple of times. He is currently Deputy Communications Officer of the NDC UK Ireland chapter. If you look at our flyer, he's also an organizer hopeful for the upcoming elections in the chapter. Fifi, good morning.
A very good morning to you, Sena.
Always a pleasure seeing you.
It's always great to see you. It's been a while.
Yes. I hope you're well.
I'm very well. I'm super.
How's the UK?
Very good. Very good. Yeah, very good. We go about our business as usual.
Okay.
Nothing has changed. No dramatic changes. So nothing is shaking.
But you have your new prime minister again.
Yes, we do. It's got some bold ideas. Sometimes it's easier to speak about bold ideas, and implementing is a different thing.
It's another matter altogether.
Yeah. But you see, their system is already set on a very solid rock.
Okay.
So they just tweak it.
Okay.
So all they do is they tweak policies to make things slightly better.
Okay.
And ours is not. We can't just do tweaking for things to happen.
Okay.
We might have to sometimes break the whole wall down and start from the ground.
Major policy interventions in our case. You said in their case, because I find it interesting that how many prime ministers has the UK had over this short period of time?
Oh gosh, a lot. I've lost count of that. We had, I think after when David Cameron came, and then there was a break as it, so he left. When he left,
David Cameron's
consecutives. Yes. I think that was where the changes, the rapid changes started.
Oh, the guy who staked his prime ministership on Brexit.
That's correct.
He was against it.
He thought that people wouldn't have voted for Brexit.
And he lost.
Yes, and he lost. So he gave them the will for individuals to vote on it, hoping that there is no way in this modern day and age people would do that.
Okay.
But look, that is one thing about politics. When you open your door so wide and gamble on certain things, you have to be careful. Be very careful what you say, because it could come back and end your career. And that was exactly what happened.
So that was how David Cameron left.
Yes.
Now, recently, the man who came in, a resurgence of Labour, the Labour Party, and then he comes in as Prime Minister.
That's correct.
What happened to him? Because I thought things were not going badly for him.
I thought things were not going badly for him as well. But look, this is one thing about the British public.
Okay.
They like picking on their leaders, and it's a fact.
Okay.
I've seen that after Cameron, they did that on Theresa May.
Okay.
After Theresa May, Boris came. Boris was such a lovable, flamboyant figure.
Yes.
Not too long, they started picking on Boris on a few things.
We'll call him a knowledgeable Donald Trump.
And then Boris left the scene, I think, and then after Boris, who came? Then we had Lee's. Lee, the name is...
That also escaped me.
I don't remember the...
Yes, I think she had is it the Ghanaian...
With Kwesi, yes. And then they came and crashed the whole economy based on the promises of putting too much money out there for public consumption. So what that does is it pushes inflation up through the roof, and then the government didn't have that money. So when you're doing this calculation, sometimes it moves the market, because the market will realize that everything that you're doing, you don't have the foundation as a government to do that. That financial backing was Liz Truss.
Yes.
Liz Truss and Kwesi Kwarteng.
Yes.
So they crashed the economy completely. So Liz left the scene. Sunak then took over.
Yes.
Steadied the ship. He was actually a very, very, very good prime minister. I thought he was doing well, but that time Conservatives had already run out of the road.
Okay.
Because look at all the names I've mentioned till they got to Sunak. Then they've totally run out of the road. So it doesn't matter what you do, the people had already made their mind. Their mind at that point.
The Conservatives should leave.
Should leave. Okay. So that was exactly what happened. Went into general election. We knew they were going to lose. Labour was going to come in with Keir Starmer. And Keir he's not my kind of a prime minister. He's not charismatic.
Yes.
But he gets the work done. You know, in politics, sometimes you have what is called soft power.
Okay.
He's one of those.
Okay.
Softly spoken, but if you listen to him really, really well, you realize that he punches because he did a great work for them to come back.
Yes.
And within few months, a year and a few, the people have lost confidence in him. How that happened, personally, I didn't even see it coming.
I said that's quite interesting because I was thinking about it. I'm like, of course, there's the confusion of the woman who is supposed to be Nigerian who is now leading a party.
She's my kind of prime minister.
Really?
Yes, Kemi. She's ruthless. She's ruthless, and
look, but is it not a contradiction for someone whose mother and father are Nigerian, right?
Yes, but born in United Kingdom.
Born in the United Kingdom. The Conservatives I know for their anti-immigration stance.
That's correct. That was back in the days. Look, politics have changed.
You're saying the Conservatives no longer hold.
They don't hold those. I would say, right-wing kind of ideologies strongly. Okay. They're not far right. No, they're not.
They're no
longer far right. And then even if you look at Labour now, Labour is not far left at the moment.
Like they used to be.
Yes. Why? Because, look, as we develop, people change. So now the British people want somebody who can balance the tension between what we want and how the country should run.
Okay.
So you then have to come to the middle and sit at the center stage. That is where parties like Lib Dems comes in. So you could realize that now Lib Dem, the popularity is not there because what they would have done, Labour is doing it. Even Conservatives, you could see that they've really, really, really moved to the center. They've really moved to the center. So now those politics, you're not going to get a far left and far right because the people don't like it. So you end up losing vote for it. I understand reform led by Nigel Farage is going on the far right kind of tangent.
Yes, they've always been far right.
Yes. And you think you're going to get people following you, but go to the polls. And that is where you realize that you might not have the numbers. Yeah. So they sit there. The only thing that is totally different between the Labour and the Conservatives at the moment when they talk about center ground is the Conservative, they will not reward people sitting at home and being on benefit and spending millions and millions and millions on people on social things. But rather what they tend to do is they will give tax breaks to the rich and the famous because they believe in trickle down economy. The last time I used that word, I got myself into trouble, so I'm careful. They believe in trickle down economy. They believe that look, if we make companies, owners of companies, we give them tax break, we give them things that will make them thrive as companies. They'll employ more people.
Yes.
When they employ more people, when there's more money in their pocket, they will then hire more services. So the economy then trickles down beautifully. So they're great believers in that. Whilst, the socialist kind of party, we want government interventions. Government should do this, government should do that. So we look at government policies to ensure that we can lift people from the grassroots up as well. So that is the only difference at the moment.
Interesting. It's interesting to listen to you say that because I'm wondering, here you are in the UK, following the fast-paced politics of the UK. Please, let's just change it.
Thank you.
Following the fast-paced politics of the UK and trying to keep up with... Okay, so when you look at the way the UK runs and where Ghana runs, I'm always wondering whether Ghana feels a little slow pace for you, or is the pace you like?
Ghana feels slow pace, and there's a reason for that.
Okay.
Before I got here, I said to you, with them, somebody who has run democracy for God knows how many years.
Okay.
They are the Conservative Party is the longest political party in the world.
Okay. The Conservatives have been around for a long time
than any other party in the world.
Okay.
That tells you how long democracy has run in United Kingdom.
Okay.
You cannot compare that to even I'm not going to take even the Fourth Republic into account. If you take Fourth Republic, then 32 years?
Yes.
If you take Fourth Republic out of the window and it start from independence, then just from 1957 to date? No, it would take a long time for us to get the structures right. And this is where bold leaders who know how, the know-how is important.
Okay.
Because over time, we've elected leaders who did not have the know-how. We've appointed people who did not have the know-how. Because you need to be able to go into an institution and set up structures that will last 200, 300, 400 years.
Okay.
And that is where we're lacking. And our politics has become more of, let me put it this way. I'm going to change I'm being careful of my words. We reward, instead of rewarding competence, we end up rewarding somebody who is faithful to us.
Okay.
So we reward relationship. We reward family ties.
Okay.
We reward tribal ties.
Okay.
These are very, very, very dangerous, and it's killing our politics in Africa as a whole. Because sometimes I read widely about other African countries, and you could see that some of the things that we are suffering as a nation, other African countries are also
going some of the traits are African.
Sorry, say that again.
Some of these traits are associated with African politics, not only with Ghanaian politics.
Yes, you get some of the traits in you read through places like Uganda, you look at their political system, Tanzania, and they will tell you, because of that ethnicity, because of that, they brought these people in. So the traits are there. Yes.
Do you have a political preference in the UK? Do you choose a side or you go with whoever works?
No. In UK, I've always voted, even though my heart in Ghana, my heart is to, and I'm a proper NDC by blood. It's genetic.
Okay.
It can't change. Okay. Why? Because I believe when you have a place like Ghana, a democracy like Ghana, where poverty is so much, where people need lifting, then you need to go with social democrats, because they are the only ones whose policies will help lift the people from where they are and then begin to build on it. They will get to a point. Britain did the same. Okay. And I'll go there. They will get to a point that when the people are well established, look, if we have a target that we're making 100 Ghanaians a millionaire, or 1,000 Ghanaians millionaires each year. We're picking them industry starting, and then we're making sure that we're going to give them the capacity for them to be on their feet and be millionaires. We would have created a lot more millionaires. These millionaires would have created a lot more industries. These industries will then take in a lot more of our youth. So it solves problem. But when you go to a place like
the
UK, the dynamics is different. You need to look at policies. As a business person, I look at policies. I look at what will benefit my business.
Okay.
I take that into account more, because look, somebody might come and tax me and raise certain taxes and put me in a category that I end up being extremely high payer of taxes. I try as much as possible to avoid that. All business people do. Somebody else will look at, look, I want a party that will give me other benefits when I'm out of work or when I'm not working and what have you. These are all great things.
The social benefits.
Social benefits. So with me, I vote according to policies. I looked at policies critically and then I think through the policies. So I voted Conservatives before. Okay. I'm not ashamed to say.
Okay.
Not at
so
all.
You voted for the Conservatives based on what they were selling to you?
To me at that point.
Okay. Because you are a businessman.
No, when at a point, Labour also totally ran out of road after the Blairs and then you had the Gordon Brown. Yeah. The policies were so bad. Some of the policies was absolutely atrocious. Yeah. So it got to a point we needed a change. Okay. I voted Conservatives. I voted Lib Dems before. And then I voted Labour several times.
You voted Labour?
Yes, several times. So that tells you I'm a swing voter.
Okay.
I vote based on policies.
Okay. Yeah. So based on the policy that they are selling to you. But in the end, in Ghana, this one there, you are steady.
In Ghana, I'm very, very steady. I'm very steady. And the reason I'm steady is pretty simple. They are the reasons I gave you earlier.
You've already,
because Ghana needs that. If we come and bring any party like the MPP, I'm allowed to mention their names. Yeah. We all saw what they did. Then this country will not benefit. The country will not benefit. A lot of the citizens will not actually benefit. But what you do is, if you look at all the social interventions, it was the NDC, and it's still being done by the NDC. Okay. If you look at the MPP, they're property owning democracy kind of party. They're going to make the rich far more richer, and majority of the people live below poverty lines in Ghana. Okay. So we can't have that. We can't. Ghanaians have to stay focused and then keep voting the Social Democratic Party, which is, when I say social, I mean the NDC, because they're socialist. It's very, very important. That is the future of Ghana.
Well, that's just by way of introduction. Already we are. Well, always nice to see you. But I wonder, because whilst we're having the earlier discussion, how it feels to live in the